Hello everyone, it's Just Stone here again with another video. And today we're going to be doing something that's quite special to me at least. So today, without any further ado, as the title suggests, we are going to be reviewing an authentic Arsenal home shirt. So yes, I managed to pick up the authentic version of the shirt. This one is for myself, so I will be wearing it so you can just sort of see how it looks and all that. Now before I continue, I just want to justify why I decided to go with the authentic version this season rather than a replica, which is considerably less money, even though it's still quite expensive. Right, so the quick story behind this is that I had a gift voucher. I returned something at Sports Direct and it was £20. And I had about a year left to run on it, and I decided, let me just pick up an Arsenal shirt, and I thought, let me sort of go for an authentic one this year. I've always wanted to see what the big deal is with one of these. As you know, there are a few differences between this and a replica, which I've gone over in the previous review. So yeah, I got a discount on this. I managed to pick up for £80, which is still very expensive. But I suppose it's less than £100, which is what they actually retail for. So I thought I'd give this a go this year. I'll wear it maybe, you know, casually if I go to see some football down at a pub or something like that, if we are allowed out to any pubs or anything like that. And yeah, I'll try and take care of it in the wash, you know, hand wash it, things like that, and just see how it fares. And if it goes pear-shaped, well, then that's my loss, I suppose. But let's see how this shirt fares up. So that's the story behind why I decided to go for the authentic one this year. Okay, so if you watched the previous review where I reviewed a replica version of this shirt, you'll know that I've gone over some of the details, so maybe this might not be as long as the other one, but then again, I can ramble on. Right, so the first detail I'll cover with the authentic version of this shirt is that it has got a bit of a slimmer fit. So I mentioned in the replica review of this shirt, it is a very regular fit, so it's very round. The body doesn't sort of curve in or anything like that. But as you might be able to see with this version, there is a bit of a slimmer fit to it. Certainly when wearing it, it does feel a little bit slimmer. I'm gonna try on last season's replica shirt just to sort of see what that feels like, you know, and switch one to the other and let you know how that feels. So on screen now is a photo of the replica version of the shirt, and as you can see, it does sort of just, you know, have a straight cut fit, you know, it's sort of round at the bottom. And on screen now is a picture of the authentic version of the shirt, and as you can see, which I mentioned previously, there is a bit of a tail at the bottom like you get with a sort of, I don't know, slim custom fit polo shirt, for example. And it also does sort of bend in a bit of the body. It does look a bit slimmer. Now, I just want to quickly point out the replica version of the shirt I had here is an extra large size, and the authentic one is a large size. So that might be a bit of a difference. But I think in terms of the way the shirt is fitted, you can see a bit of a difference there between the two photos. I just want to point out that in those two photos, you can see a bit of a difference in the color. Now, I did touch on this in the other review. It felt like the website had sort of like degraded the photo quality of the replica version compared to the authentic version. Now, when I held these two different shirts up in the Arsenal shop a couple of weeks ago, they did look, in person, they did look very similar to me. Now, in these photos, I think there is a difference, but I think that might be the lighting of where I took these pictures, because I took it right next to a window. The lighting in each day was probably different. I think realistically, if you hold the shirts up together, I don't have the replica with me right now, but I think if you hold them together, it's going to be very hard to tell a difference, if any at all. There might be in my opinion, I think there's a small difference, but I don't think it's anything significant. Okay, so just to go over the basics of this shirt. So with the authentic version, the badge here on the side, it is printed on, as I've said, and compared to, I sort of felt like maybe stitching on the replica seems better, but the good thing about them printing it on is that the badge is symmetrical. I ordered this online because you don't have to sort of scan through the shirts and find a good looking badge if you want to get it perfect. They should all be perfect on this, but my main concern, let's say, is to see whether this badge stands up in the wash or anything like that. That all remains to be seen, and like I said, we're going to see how this all goes. So the badge is printed on. It has got a sort of hard, like plastic sort of feel. I showed this to someone. They said it looked like, from the pictures, it looked like it'd been stitched on, but no, I can confirm that it is printed on. It has got a nice finish to it with the sort of 3D effect. I know that previous Arsenal shirts, the badges were printed on as well, and they were very smooth, but this has got a little sort of 3D, you can feel like grooves in the badge, and it's quite a nice finish in my opinion. Right, moving on the other side here, you have got the Adidas logo, and this is also printed on as well, and that has got quite a good 3D effect to it as well. It pops. If you look at it close up, it can look like it's stitched on. That's the sort of effect they've gone, but it is printed on as well. And once again, let's see how that all stands in the wash. And below that, you have got the Emirates sponsorship, which is printed on. This year, they have gone for Emirates Fly Better, as opposed to Fly Emirates, as they have done with all the previous Arsenal shirts that they've sponsored. So this is nothing new. This is just printed on, standard smooth printing. In all the Arsenal shirts I've had where they have printed the sponsorship on, I haven't had any issues with it coming off in the wash, so I'm hoping that everything else on this is going to be the same. So down the side of the shirt is where you've got the Adidas stripes this season rather than on the sleeves. And on the authentic shirt, these are also printed on. They're not stitched on. They're not 3D as they are with the replica versions. So once again, I'm going to see how that stands in the wash. I think this is similar to the Fly Emirates, which is printed on the front. So if that's anything to go by, hopefully these should be good. On the bottom right of the shirt, or left if you're looking at it head on, you have got an authenticity patch here. So here it does say authentic licensed product, and it does say 2021. And it has got the Adidas logo there. So that's how you can tell that it's an authentic shirt, because obviously the replica does not have this patch on it. At the bottom on the other side of the shirt, you have got this printed on heat ready symbol. I think that's similar to the replica one. I might be wrong. I can't even remember right now. But that's on the other side on the bottom of the shirt on the front. Moving on to the back, it's just the standard back. You have got this little 3D classic Arsenal cannon here, which is the same as on the replica. I think it feels and looks exactly the same as the replica, and yeah, that should be pretty standard, I think. And on one of the sleeves, you have got the sleeve sponsor, Visit Rwanda, and that's just standard. I think that's the same as on the replicas, so no concerns there particularly. In terms of the material, this is how it looks. So looking up close to it, you have got like a little sort of square or something like that sort of looking material. The patterns on it are supposed to be the marble tiles of Highbury, as they tell us. So that runs on the back as well. And on the sleeves, you have got a similar pattern, but obviously the sleeves are white with the white sleeves sort of running on the back of the shoulders. And also, just to finish it off, you have got that standard cuff on the end of the sleeve. I think that's sort of the same as the replica, so no real differences there. Right, so that's a look up at the shirt. I'm gonna try wearing it now to see how it fits. So let's give this one a go. I haven't done this for a while. Hopefully I've still got the magic. And there we go, that's the shirt on me. I just want to point out that this little bump here is the cable for my microphone, which is connected to my phone, which I'm filming this on. It's not that I'm that excited about this shirt. I like this shirt, but I'm not excited in that way. Right, so I've just pushed the camera out a little bit so you can see the bottom here. So that's how it fits. I'll just move in a bit there, just to get this little, I'm just gonna not talk about it anymore. So anyway, that's how it fits. Like I said, this is a large size. Now with the replicas, I normally do wear a large size. The one I got last season, the replica, was a large size. Now I was a little concerned thinking, like I'd never bought an authentic one before. At the moment with the whole COVID-19 thing, restrictions, shopping and stuff, at the Arsenal store, they aren't allowing people to try on the shirt. So when I went there to pick up the replica for a friend, I was thinking of trying this on just so I could get an indication on the size, and then obviously buy it elsewhere for reasons which I've already described. But I took a gamble. That's the reason I didn't get this personalized, because I didn't want to get personalized in case I got the size wrong. And if I had a personalized shirt, then obviously they wouldn't take it back, they wouldn't exchange it. So I'd rather, if I want to get personalized, I'd rather spend an extra, say, £20 later on and get it done, maybe at the Emirates Stadium or something like that, rather than spend 80 odd pounds or 100 pounds on a shirt that I can't even wear because it's too small. So on that note, I just want to say, if you have a replica and it's not too tight for you already and you want to switch to an authentic version, I'd probably recommend going for the same size, because for me this feels comfortable. It doesn't feel tight at all. In terms of the replica from last season, I can tell that it is a bit closer to my body, but it's, as you can see, look, it's, you know, you got some freedom there. It's not tight, it's not skin tight like some of the Puma ones from a couple of seasons ago. They looked way too tight. I never got an authentic one of those. But yeah, this feels comfortable. So I'd say stick to what size you are, unless the replica you have is already tight for you, then maybe go a size up. So that's just a quick sort of look at how it fits. I'm not gonna do a full rotation because the microphone is connected. There you go, you can see the wire there. So as you can see right there, if the lighting improves, there we go. It has got like a tail on it rather than just a straight round bottom as you do with the replica. It looks quite fashionable if you're concerned about all that, but you know, consider that you're going to pay big money for this. They promote it as what the players wear and things like that. Now normally I wouldn't go for the authentic one, but for reasons like I've already said, I thought I'll give it a go, see how it goes. And in future, if I want to get shirts like this, I quite like this authentic one. If I can afford it, maybe I'll go for the authentic one. It depends how much I want the shirt. But I think overall it's a good purchase. I like this shirt. I'm quickly gonna switch to the replica from last season, just so you can sort of see the difference in how it fits and everything like that. And I can make a direct comparison to how they feel on the body. Normally I do wear a vest underneath my shirt, but for the purposes of this video, I'm not wearing a vest, so this is straight on my skin. So you can sort of see how it feels and I can feel how it feels. So anyway, just gonna switch over to last season's replica shirt. And here we go, this is last season's replica. Once again, the microphone is here, so that's not me getting too excited. So yeah, you might be able to tell, it's very subtle differences, I think, that this looks like a sort of more straight fit rather than sort of curving in a bit. I haven't got a model's body or anything like that, so it's a bit hard to tell. But you can see as well that this has got the sort of straight round fit. Obviously, if the microphone wasn't there, it would come down like that. That's what the replica version of this year's shirt is like. But yeah, this is a large as well. This one, actually right now, it feels, in terms of the fit, maybe it feels like there's a little bit more stretch. I'm not sure. I have played football in this, and when I've been running around, it has felt like there's a lot of sort of space for ventilation, you know, shaking it like that. But it doesn't feel as bad now. Maybe it was my imagination. Maybe I was succumbing to the whole marketing bull crap of, you know, the tighter feel and more athletic things like that. But yeah, I also think that obviously with the stitching of the badge, it can feel slightly heavier. But like I say, I think that might just be me succumbing to the marketing bull crap. It doesn't really make much of a difference. Obviously, when I bought this shirt, I was sort of flicking through them, making sure I get a badge that looks symmetrical, even on all sides. You know, if you're spending money buying a football shirt, they are expensive. You want to get one that looks really good. That's just me. Maybe I'm too OCD about these things. But with the authentic version, you don't have to worry about that because they're all printed on. That's why I decided to purchase my one online rather than go into a shop and buy it, because, you know, I don't have to sort of scan through them. If I got one that was defective, had a problem somewhere, just send it back. But in terms of the badges and everything like that, you don't have to be too fussy about that with the authentic one. So yeah, replica, same sort of like material on this one. The authentic one feels the same. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch back to that to end off this review. There we go, back in the authentic one for this season. Just looking at myself in the camera, I can sort of see a bit. So if I just stand straight like that, I can see a bit of a, you know, how the body curves in. I'm not sponsored by Adidas or anything like that, so that's just my honest opinion. Yeah, I'm trying to be honest with it. But anyway, so just a quick comparison between this season's shirt and last season's shirt here. Like I mentioned in the other review, they have gone for a sort of richer red, you know, compared to this one. So this one's a lot more bright, this one's a bit darker. I quite like the darker shade, if I'm honest. Although I love this shirt, I am a fan of the darker shade. One of the Puma shirts I got a couple of seasons ago was a bit of a darker shade of red as well, and I liked seeing that when I saw it on TV. That's why I decided to buy that one. But I just love this shirt. If I compare the two in terms of design overall, I'd say this one is my favorite. This was a classic, in my opinion, went for a sort of classic Arsenal design. The collar's like one from the previous shirts as well. The switch up to Adidas was very much welcomed, in my opinion, from Puma. The last Puma shirt was atrocious, in my opinion. But yeah, last season's shirt, replicas are good. Authentic one, it's a bit hard to say. I don't want to sound biased just to make my ego feel better, but I am very pleased with this shirt. I am glad that I have gone for an authentic one. I'm excited to see, you know, how it's going to last. If I can play some football in it, I want to see how it feels, things like that. But just to sort of wear this around, you know, if I watch football, I'm going to be looking forward to wearing it. In my opinion, if you can afford it, if you somehow can afford it, if you have the money for it and you're really passionate about football, I'd say go for the authentic one. Like I say, see how it does in the wash. Maybe if it doesn't go well, whatever, I can just do another review later on, you know, after I've worn it and washed it a few times, let you know how I get on with that. Yeah, if I can afford it, you know, it's a very luxury item. Maybe I'll go for authentic ones. Now, like I said, the only reason I bought an authentic one this year is because I had a discount. I had to use that discount, otherwise I would have lost it, you know, expiry date on the gift voucher. So I decided to go for the authentic one. Other than that, I would have probably just gone for a replica because it's significantly cheaper, although football shirts are still expensive. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. This has been a review of the authentic version of the Arsenal home shirt for the 2021 season. If I haven't covered anything, I do apologize. If you have any questions about it, do let me know, write in the comments, and I'll reply to you to the best I can if I can answer it. Overall opinion, yeah, I like both shirts, but overall opinion about the authentic version, I'd recommend it if you can afford it, things like that. Replicas are really good as well. If you just want a casual football shirt, they do go for £60. That's a lot of money. But if you don't want to spend £100 on an authentic one, replica's just as good. I don't think there's much differences, at least between this season's authentic one and the replica, but gone over it already many times. I decided to go for the authentic one, and yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with it. So anyway, guys, if it's been helpful for you, please like, share, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next video. So thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Come on, Arsenal.